Okay, starting off with orcs, what do we have?
You have 10 orc boys with 1 rocket and a knob with a shooter. We also have 10 orc boys with a rocket, knob with a shooter. We have 1 mech boy, or not mech boy, weird boy. We have the orc warlord, which will be the war tribe. We have 8 looters, 10 grots. We have 2 of the scrap jets, and 30 boys, 2 rockets, and the orc knob with the shooter. All of the Blood X clan.
Blood X clan, we're looking at 5 command points?
5 plus 3 for 8. It's a battalion and 3.
So 8 command points.
And now for my court, we have a single patrol detachment that is Emperor's Children. We have our warlord, which is a demon prince with wings. She has the relic Intoxicating Elixir and the warlord trait Stimulated by Pain. In addition, we have 3 squads of cultists with no special weapons. There are 2 squads that are close combat cultists and 1 squad of shooty cultists. Then we have a super heavy auxiliary detachment with Arachnial, and that is Slaanesh demons. We have a total of 3 command points since we get no bonus from my battalions, or from my formations. So, since this is 1,000 points, we are only going to be using a 4-foot board. We are going to be doing Dawn of War deployment, so that's going to be 12 inches in on each side, and then our mission is going to be the relic. I will place the first unit. We will get back to you after deployment. So before the game begins, we're going to go over psychic powers. On Zarachniel, we have the powers of Phantom Magoria and Cacophonic Choir. Over here, on my Demon Prince, we have Warp Time.
Over here, we've got a weird boy with the jump.
Oh, what a guest.
And we also have a unit of Blood X Orc Boys and Infiltrate, and also another 10 Orc Boys and Infiltrate through the Dead Sneaky stratagem.
So the Dead Sneaky, nice. So, Riley, are you excited about this?
I am extremely excited. We're going to see how this goes. Let's see who has more fun, the Orcs or Slaanesh. I get +1 to first turn. I got a 4. A 5. 6. Alright, I will try to seize the initiative. No. Orcs, turn 1. End of Orc movement phase. We had all 3 of the cars come right forward. They did not advance. Everything else has stood still. Orc Psychic phase. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we get.
So here we go. The Orc boys are going to try to attempt the jump. We need a 7 with a +3 for 10 boys within 10. So that's going to be a 6 + 3 is a 9.
Yep, and I am out of denial range, so there's nothing I can do about it.
Here we go.
So, the Orc boys have jumped 9 inches away from me. As always, Zinch is desperately trying to infiltrate my life. Shooting phase, turn 1, Orcs. Yes. So we have 10 boys shooting at Zarachniel. In addition, we have 2 boys with rocket launchers shooting at Zarachniel. And then the rest of the boys are going to be shooting over at these cultists. Alright, we have 2 rockets coming at Zarachniel.
Hitting on 5s.
No hits. Alright, we have 20 shots from the boys coming at Zarachniel. They are hitting on 5s, and they are exploding on 6s. With all of that shooting, the boys hit 3 times with 2 explodes. And with the explosions, we got 1 additional hit. And then they are wounding on 6s. That is 1. Zarachniel has a 4+ invulnerable save. She makes it. We have 36 shots from the boys coming into my cultists. We have a total of 8 hits, with 3 of them exploding. For an additional 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. Okay. So these are 7 saves. Cultists have a 6+ save. Looks like I saved 1, so 6 cultists will perish. You can't say Slaanesh doesn't favor me when I lost 6. So we have the big shooters from the scrapjet shooting at the cultists, and then we have everything else shooting at Zarachniel.
Cannon's coming up. 2d3 shots. That'll be 6.
I see, it's your favorite.
It's definitely Slaanesh. She's here.
Alright, hitting on 5s, exploding 6s. 2 hits, 2 extra shots. 3 hits in total.
Okay.
Strength 8, tough 6.
Toughness 8 on Zarachniel.
Toughness 8, that means 4s. 1 wound.
Alright, she has a 4+ invulnerable save. She does not make it.
That's 3 flat damage.
She drops to 17 wounds.
I'm hitting on 6s because -1 because she's not a vehicle. Nope. And hitting on 4s because grots are shooting.
12 shooters at the cultists. 1 explosion. 6 total hits.
Oh, 3.
Hitting on 4s.
3 total. No, so that's 6 hits.
Oh, it's hitting on 4s.
Yeah, gunners get +1.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I'm wrong.
So that's 6 hits. Slaanesh is definitely here favoring me. And the explosion. Okay, so that's 7.
No AP.
Okay, they are wounding on 3s. That is 4 saves on the cultists, no AP, 6 up saves. 3 of them. It's okay, because this particular champion, Larry, he don't need his friends. They were just there to be extra bodies anyway. With the other scrapjet, we got all of its shooters going at my cultists. Everything else is going to be coming at Zarachniel. So that's
4. Hitting on 5s, exploding 6s. 1 hit.
Yep, and it explodes.
Nothing.
Okay.
Wounded on 4s.
And Zarachniel has a 4+ invulnerable save. She makes it.
Nothing.
Now we're gonna have the shooters coming at my cultists. Hitting on 5s, wounding on 3s. So that is 3 explodes on 6 hits. That's another hit. A lot of 6s this game. Slaanesh is definitely here with me. Wounding on 3s, we got 5 wounds. With no AP, cultists have a 6+ t-shirt save. 5 cultists are going to die.
Onwards to the looters.
Everyone's favorite, Ludas are now firing. Let's see how many, let's see what they do. They're getting D3 shots each, so that's 3 shots each shooting at Zarachniel.
8 times 3 is 24.
24 is a multiple of Slaanesh, but I don't know if I'm okay with that. Yep.
Hitting on 5s, exploding 6s.
They are hitting on 5s, they are exploding on 6s. So we have a total of 9 hits with 2 exploding. That is 2 more, and they are wounding on 5s. That looks like a total of 5. Here is Arachneal's 5, 4 up invulnerable saves. Wow.
2 damage each.
2 damage each. Oh, goodness. She drops to 7 wounds. This is not a good day for Arachneal. That is the end of a rather devastating orc shooting phase. I'm quite intimidated for what's going to happen if they make the assault. This unit will be charging into Arachneal, but at the beginning of the combat phase, I am going to be using 2 command points to warp surge her and boost her invulnerable save by +1.
Here we go. We need a 9 to get to Arachneal. Not good, not good. Let's re-roll that. Here we go. No good again.
Ooh, nice.
Slaanesh be praised, I do get the first attack. Unfortunately, that does mean I just wasted my warp surge, but I'd rather he didn't get the charge, so it's okay. End of turn, we're going to have morale tests on the cultists. Larry over here, big shocker, he runs away. My other squad here, we'll see if my champion over here, if she's brave enough to stay or not. They lost by 5. Cultists with a champion are leadership 6, so they all run. Demons, turn 1, movement. Advance. Actually, yes, she will advance. She advanced 3. 6, that's 18. So for the turn 1 demon phase, or demon movement phase, we have moved up Arachneal into the trenches. She has advanced 3, and then we have my demon prince. She has advanced 6 inches, and they are right there getting ready to hit some cars. Psychic phase, turn 1, demons. We are going to start with Arachneal. First, she will try to cast Phantasmagoria on a 6. Fails. She will try to cast Cacophonic Choir on a 6. Goes off on a 7. Would you like to try to... Are you in range to deny? No. So, that goes off. We will Cacophonic Choir against the boys. So, because of mob rule, there is no way the boys will ever care about her song, so I will try to smite. 7. Smite goes off, D3 mortal wounds, onto boys. 1 boy. First orc is down. They are down to leadership 29. We got this. Now we are going to have my demon prince try to warp time on herself. She succeeds. She will get an immediate another move. And I do not want her to go more than 6 inches from Arachneal, because she will not be able to assault after advancing if she moves any further. We're going to have these cultists fire some pot shots downrange into the boys. My useless servants offer me nothing as they fail to cause any sort of damage to the boys. Now we're going to demons, turn 1, assault phase, and we will start with my demon prince. She's going to try to assault into your war trike. Heavy, 3 hits with heavy flamer.
Strength 5, toughness
6, so wounding on 5s.
2 at -1.
Okay, at -1, her armor goes to a 4+. She's okay.
Then we have 3 twin boomsticks. Hitting on 6s, exploding. Need 1 hit. Just 1, needing a toughness
6.
5 to wound. Nothing.
Okay, her charge distance, 7 inches. Here she goes.
I still had a snag claw.
She likes to grab stuff with her wings.
Snag a claw.
Snag a claw, needing a 6. It's all over.
Zerachniel will attempt to charge into the scrap jet.
Two, needing 6s. Nothing. Wing missile needing a 6. Nothing. And 12 big shooter shots.
4 of the big shooter shots exploded on Overwatch. Oh goodness, we got another one. That's 5 going through.
1.
Only
Ork
1.
shooting is amazing.
Alright, so 1 save on her on 3+. She's okay. Charge distance for Zerachniel. 6 inches, she will make it. We are going to start the combat phase off by going with the Demon Prince. She has 5 attack space, +2 for Malefic Talons, and +1 for Intoxicating Elixir. Hitting on 2s with a reroll, because she is a Demon Prince. She is a Demon Prince. All hits. What is the toughness of the trait?
6.
Toughness 6. I'm strength 8. I wound you on 3. Oh my. 3 wounds, each at -2 AP with 2 damage.
6 up armor saves. 1.
Okay, so he takes 4 damage. Now we are going to move on to Zerachniel. She has 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. She hits with everything. She will be wounding on 3s. If I roll a wound roll of 4, 5, or 6, instead of dealing damage, it will deal 3 mortal wounds. That is, off the bat, 9 mortal wounds, and then 2 saves at -4.
Does it explode? No.
It does not. And then she will consolidate 3-inch. Oh, she'd have to get closer to the boys. She'll nudge a little closer to the boys and get to about there. As with all duality, there's good and bad. So here comes the War Trike attacking back into my Demon Prince.
5 attacks hitting on 2s. All hits, toughness
6.
Toughness 6, strength 7, wounding on 3s, re-rolling failed wounds. 5 wounds at -2.
Okay, so these are going to be her demon saves at 5+. She fails all of them. How much damage is each?
Each one D3.
Oh goodness. So that is definitely enough to kill her. It might look really bad here, like really bad, but this was all just a distraction. We were tempting them to come here. We were seducing them off their path. Now we are going to move on to the Ork turn 2. Movement phase, Orks. So that is the end of Ork's turn 2 movement. The 2 cars have moved backwards, and the boys have moved up to get into firing range and charge range of Zerachniel. Also, the weird boy has inched forward. He'll get there. He'll get there. We are skipping the psychic phase. It seems that this warband doesn't really need it. Alright, we are starting with this scrap jet. It is going to fire everything at Zerachniel.
2d3 shots. It's going to be 5. On exploding 6s. Ork shooting at its best.
There's an explode. So 1 hit.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. 4 to wound. 1 wound.
Wounds. Zerachniel's 4+ invulnerable save. She fails it.
3 damage.
I will use my last command point to try to re-roll it. She's okay.
Nope.
Wing missile misses.
A wing and a miss.
So, moving on to the big shootouts. Looks like a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds.
Well, that's fitting now, isn't it?
Slaanesh is here. Slaanesh might not be holding my hand this game, but you know, part of Slaanesh's pain. So, here are my 4-up invulnerable saves. Zarachniel will take 3. The War Trike is now going to shoot everything at Zarachniel. Heavy Flamer gets 1 hit.
Needs a 5 to wounds.
Her 4+ invulnerable save.
What is it, 5?
She makes it. She's okay.
1 Snag a Claw. Hitting on a 5, nothing. And 3 Twin Boomsticks, hitting on 5s, exploding 6s.
2 explodes and 1 hit. Okay, so 4 hits total.
Strength 5, wounding on 5s.
Correct.
1 cocked dice.
3 wounds. Zarachniel fails all 3. She takes 3 wounds. She's down to 1. So now the boys are going to go ahead and shoot into her. Let's see if they can cause that last wound. I have faith in Slaanesh.
5s, exploding 6s.
1 rocket explodes on a 6. And 2 rocket hits. Wounding on 4s.
There it is.
Okay, no
Orc
wounds.
shooting at its best.
Look, you got the 4, right? That's how it works?
When you add it together.
Yeah, see?
Sometimes it's horrible.
So, as we can see, Slaanesh is definitely here with us, as we see a 6/6/6 and 3 wounds on Zarachniel. Can she survive? No, not at all. Would you like to finish off my last squad of cultists with your Ludus?
The Orks will let them go. We're too busy looting the shiny thing.
There is something really shiny there.
Well,
Some may say that it's there on purpose. Lure the orcs here. Maybe it's something that's binding these demons to the materium.
and at that, we are going to call this as an Ork victory. I think that the Orks definitely came in force and had a lot more fun than the Slaanesh did. So, thank you all for tuning in for this rather quick battle report. If you enjoy this, be sure to check out Egoqueenalexis on all sorts of social media. She's on Twitter, Instagram, and anywhere else you can find her. I am Moap the Somnolent. I have very much enjoyed this game, but I think it's time for me to return to the warp.